Hi everyone, hope you're having a good weekend. I just want to talk about a sore point which is in training where people aren't sure about what is the best source of training for weight and fat loss. Is it cardio? Is it weight training? I want to show you this video in regards to helping you in if you're that person that does a lot of cardio. I want to try and get you to come across to the side where you're going to be doing a lot of weights. And like I said, I will back that up and I will talk about it now. So, obviously, if you're doing weights at the moment, then brilliant, but you might learn a bit more along the way. So, say for example, at the start, you've got two people that are doing training. You've got one person doing cardio, one person doing weight training. The person, obviously, they're both burning calories, whatever it is they're doing at that time. But say, for example, the cardio person, when they've stopped doing whatever it is they're doing, running, rowing, whatever it is, they've stopped burning calories. Their metabolism pretty much instantly goes back down to a normal state. Whereas the person doing weights, they're still burning calories of an afterburn effect of maybe 1 to 2 days after that session. Meaning the amount of calories burnt between the two is obviously a lot greater for weights. So I know what I'd rather do. I'd rather be burning the calories while at rest instead of obviously working as hard as I can on a treadmill and then stop burning calories afterwards. Whereas weights, it's a lot more. But ultimately, when you are weight training, you are also building lean muscle tissue, which the more lean muscle you have, the more calories you burn. Also, when you're weight training, also release a hormone in our body called growth hormone, which also helps as well speed up our metabolism, which in the process of fat burning is obviously what we want. Whereas cardio has actually got the reverse effect of that. Cardio actually breaks down muscle tissue and then slows down your metabolism, but also releases a stress hormone in your body, that slows down that calorie burning process. Ultimately, we all want that year-round physique. Pretty much everyone does. That's what they want to do. So you need to stop people that are doing it at the moment. Need to stop doing your hour cardio session. A lot of people that come up to you in the gym and I ask them what they've done for their session. They go, right, 20 minutes on the treadmill, 20 minutes on the rower, 20 minutes on the bike. That's an hour, and they go home. You've got to think overall. What is as I've just said previously, in regards to what it does, obviously for facts and that, it slows down your metabolism and obviously breaks down muscle tissue. But you've got to think. Right, okay, if what I want is a muscular toned physique, whether that's a man or a woman, how cardio is going to help with just doing running. You're obviously running on a treadmill, don't get me wrong, it's making your heart obviously bigger, it's making you fitter, but how is that making you tone your body? How is that aesthetically making you look good? It's obviously not. If you think about it, it's not. And again, it's just through inexperience that people aren't sure, but like I say, to tell you, when you do weights to obviously give you that, you need to work your body in ways that you stimulate your muscles, you tone them, and that's how that you're going to get that body shape. But not only that, you're obviously burning calories at the time you're doing it, as I've said, if anything more, and also it's not boring. I like to think, some people might say running is, I used to do a lot of running, but I still got bored. If I'm watching something if I'm listening to something, I still find it so much more interesting than doing weights, whether that's strength training, whether that's endurance training, whether that's body weight exercises, whether that's plyometrics. There's so much things you can do. That's not just straight cardio, and it is interesting, and it's working your body, and it's actually better for you. As regards to whether it's interesting or not, it's scientifically proven that it's better for you. Okay, so, but cardio is overrated. It is overrated in the fact that, let's be honest, how many of you have been over the years trying to lose weight, lose body fat through cardio? And you've got to be totally honest with yourself. Have you seen results? Really? I know I didn't really. Like I say, I lost a little bit of weight, but I never got that really. Ultimately, I never got that physique that I wanted. Famous Einstein saying, insanity is the definition of doing something over and over again and expecting to see different results. Think about it. Is that you? I'm not just saying that cardio is overrated and backing it up with facts. I'd like to think I'm kind of like living proof of that, really, in the fact that the picture that I've attached to this video, you can see from over the years of my life, going from the left, I was obese. for all you that don't know, I've probably maybe told you, might have seen before, and that's how ultimately I've got to this job. But anyway, before that, so I lived an unhealthy lifestyle. I ate the wrong things. I did a little bit of training. This is even when my time in the RAF. I did a little bit of training, but obviously it was also, you can imagine, it was very cardio based. It wasn't any. I didn't lift any weights at all. So then, obviously, just make a decision in my life to then lose that weight. Obviously, I did, and onto the second picture, I did. I did lose all that. Lose that weight. I wasn't obese anymore. I wasn't fat. And obviously I was happy, of course I was happy, but as you can see on the picture, there was no body shape. There was no body shape there. There's no definition. There's no aesthetics. There's and what they call skinny fat. I carried a little bit of body fat, made it look good in clothes, but ultimately, and even at the time though, I remember that picture being taken, I actually thought I looked brilliant. I really, really did. And not only because of the fact that, because of how much better I looked when I did, when I was big, and it wasn't because I thought I looked, it was just because of the difference it made. But, and again though, my training, when I obviously got to that weight, it was all cardio, it was all circuits. Because imagine in the military, it's very go, go, go. Anything you're training, it's not slow it down, concentrate on the form. It's very, let's do this now, let's get this done. And so, for example, like a press up, when I was doing it in a circuit, it wasn't all about the form and working my muscles. It was all about speed and intensity. It was all about, I used to think in my head, oh, I'm sweating loads. Think of all the calories I'm burning, not thinking about my muscles. I'm thinking about getting into shape. I mean, well, I thought at the time I was, but not to obviously the experience that I have now. So a press up, and as you all know, I mean, regardless if you're good at them or not, they're not easy at all. It involves you have to have good chest strength, chest muscles, tricep muscles, core strength, back shoulder strength, a lot. So, and to perform it correctly, and obviously I used to be just doing the classic half reps, and to think when I first joined the RAF fitness test, the standard back then was you had to do 13 press-ups in a minute. I actually failed that. Back in 2004, I failed my first ever RAF fitness test because I previously in my life, and also at the time, never did any weight training. I was relatively fit. I passed the bleep test, but I didn't work my muscles at all. I was always football background, so I couldn't physically have the strength to lift myself in a press-up. Well, definitely not 13 in a minute anyway. And this is what I'm talking about. I'm sure if some of you are totally honest, your pressers probably aren't that great, and that's because you got to think it's people practice with bad form. As in, I say, not practice makes perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. And the fact that if you practice something bad with bad forms, like example a half press up, you'll get better at half press ups, but you're not going to see good results, are you? Really, you've got to get the basis down. And even if you can start off with just doing one press up, or even a half press up for some people, with good form, you're going to build from there, aren't you? And I obviously say to my clients and stuff a lot, things like that. I'm not just talking about pressing, that's anything. A depth in a squat. If you start your basis of going all the way down and working on your flexibility and getting to that point, then you can build up from there. It's no good starting at a half rep, a half depth. You're going to get better on a half depth. That's just not stimulating your muscles. That's not working for the full range of motion at all. So, I mean, weight training, I mean, it does give you that shape that you want. It does give you that. It gives you the muscles in proportion that are like the definition in your body. Talking about, for example, famous athletes. Is it right? You got marathon runners. You got Mo Farah. You got Paula Radcliffe. Right, against Usain Bolt and Jennifer Ennis. So look at the two, obviously the marathon runners, don't get me wrong, they're super fit people, but they don't look aesthetically in shape. They're just very skinny. There's no tonnage to them at all. Like I say, they're skinny. Whereas you look at, obviously, the other two, they have Olympic athletes, Usain Bolt and Jennifer Ennis. Jennifer Ennis has obviously got abdominals, she's got muscle tone, she's not obviously too over the top, she's just got a really nice muscular body shape, and I'm sure a lot of you women agree that she looks fantastic. Same with Usain Bolt. So guys, he looks amazing. He's just muscular in proportion. He's not over the top. He's not rounded shoulders. He's not. He's got legs, for example. If somebody who's like skip leg training, which you shouldn't, he looks brilliant, and that's because of the way they train. if that's what obviously the physique that you want. I'm not. It's up to. But at the end of the day, I'm talking about for the people that want that good physique. All right. So obviously they train, and it's short, intense work with weights and also HIIT sort of training. That's the way they train. It's not endurance based because they won't. They'll lose their muscle mass, as that's what I'm talking about. Because if they do a long run, they'll lose their muscle, and they need that muscle for whatever it is they do. All right. So women say to me all the time they don't want to do weights because they don't want to be bulky. Girls, don't worry about it. You lack the hormones in your body in order for you to have that bodybuilding physique. It's so. Yeah, as I said, how many women do you see walking around with hench? You don't really, and they're probably, if there is, they've been training for years and years and years. It's surely not short term. It's definitely not short term. They've been doing it for years. So there you go. But weight training, it improves so many things. It helps your bone density, it helps your joint functions, it helps strengthening your tendons and your ligaments, it helps lower your insulin resistance. So obviously insulin, not going too much into nutrition, you need to keep your insulin level at a low rate, because if you've constantly got if your insulin's constantly at a higher rate, you store body fat, and obviously that's what we don't want. So you need to obviously have that, obviously not only with a good healthy lifestyle, healthy diet, you need to keep that at a level playing field. You obviously also your balance and coordination obviously improves. So obviously when people get older, obviously that deteriorates a little bit. So obviously not only the strength training helps with that. Also as well as in regards to it helps lift your mood. As you know, when you've left the gym, and especially if you've done a really good session, you feel great. It releases endorphins and you feel fantastic. All right. So again, that helps with that. Also helps fight anxiety and depression. And also ultimately, a lot of clients have said to me since they've started training, they sleep a lot better. I mean, some of you that obviously that live an unhealthy lifestyle, I bet your sleep ain't great. So obviously it helps with that. But without going too much detail, I'm not saying don't do cardio. I'm not saying that at all, because if someone said to me, do you want to be the fittest or the strongest person in the gym, I will always say the fittest. I love being fit, but I'm fitter than I am now than I was back then when I did all that. I used to run all the time. So that's talking about obviously back on them pictures. Obviously that was like you can see on the right hand side. I'd like to think you will agree, I aesthetically look better than any of the previous two, and that's because I evolved all my training around weight training and HIIT. That's all my training is. So the proof is there. I'm 2 stone heavier than I was in the middle picture, but I've got less body fat. So all these people that are obsessed about obviously looking on the scales and oh God, I weigh less or more. It's about body fat. It's about how you feel. It's about how you feel in your clothes. It's about you looking at yourself and you think, I look like I'm changing, and that's again, especially with me having this experience that I've got now. I just want to help people do the same thing, because I didn't have that help that hopefully this is what's given you back then. So as I said, just stick to the HIIT training after your workout. But I've got several HIIT videos on my page. If you want to have a look at them previously, please go mad and have a look at them and have a go. But overall though, whatever age, sex, weight you are, I hope to think that weight training, this shows you that it gives you the best results. It really, really does. And get off the treadmill, start lifting some weights, and hopefully you'll start seeing them better results. But I hope you like this video. I hope I haven't gone on too long. I know that's nearly 40 minutes. Oh God, I'm really, really sorry. But I hope it's helped. At the end of the day, it is really, really important. And if you did like the video, give my page a like, and obviously I'll try or give you a message, and if you want a bit more in-depth help, I'm here for that, right? But anyway, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you all in the gym if I do. All right, take care, bye-bye.